I've read so often that we choose our lives. We choose to experience what we're experiencing. I sometimes go, I don't know what I was thinking, but um, I've also been told and read that people who are here on this earth right now and in this incarnation, that we've really chosen quite a challenging time to be here. And we've chosen these lessons for growth. And sometimes I sit back and I go, gosh, what is growth? And I know it's different for everyone. Um, we all know it's hard, and this past year has definitely proven itself to be so. No one gets out of this journey unscathed, and we can't come into this life coasting through. And Lord knows all of us who are so interconnected in our churches, we, even the people inside and out, we know how hard and how challenging this has been. But I'm also know that I'm speaking to a lot of crazy evolved souls, and you've chosen a path to be a spiritualist, or at very least searching for something that's more than right in front of you. And we're all in that thirst for knowing. And I know that many of us have faced so many challenges, but even more so now with this supposedly invisible virus that is always looming around. We have really had to come to a place of finding isolation and facing ourselves and being even more creative in the way we work with the challenges as we're locked down. And even when we're locked down, the challenges don't go away. We're facing them even more so. And what I really think, though, is I see that it calls to us to be the best in ourselves and to find the best in ourselves. I know a lot of us, as Sharon calls it, CNN is that loop of doom. And I don't watch a lot of news, probably because of the way the news portrays itself. But there are also times when I quickly turn it on in the morning. There's a couple of stations that really share some of the good things that are happening in this world. And I'm amazed at the beauty of how people have been rising to the challenges. Not only our medical workers and our people in the fields, but I see little kids going in and putting on concerts for elderly people who are shut in on their porches, and people picking up groceries and medicine for other people. I'm listening to people across the pond talking about all the soup kitchens and the food that they donate. And I'm just amazed at the strength and the resilience of people. We are also finding for our homeless people, more shelters. We're transitioning them to permanent homes and providing care packages. So as a spiritualist, we know we're not alone, but in our humanness, we may feel very alone. And I know that we don't have all the answers, but the one thing is that we should never have to face our challenges solely alone. And the only thing, even for myself, who happens to be very independent, is that I have to remember to ask for help. And sometimes it's very difficult to ask people for help. So today, what I was thinking about as I was thinking about what I wanted to share with you, I realized one of the things that many of us do, and we ask for help by asking Spirit. And I think that's the way that I've always asked Spirit, how do I give back? And more over these weeks of solitude and finding my space with walls sort of surrounding me, that I said, how can I give back? How can I find the best in myself to give to the best version of me to others to help? And what happened was, as I was going through this prayer and this questioning, I'm always on the search. As most people know, I'm always recommending books and classes and documentaries because I just love learning. But I found a woman, or maybe she found me, by the name of Dolores Cannon. And she's a regressionist hypnotherapist. She's transitioned. She's no longer with us. She left us in 2014, but working probably very hard on the other side. But she's been deemed a metaphysical expert, and she's also a pioneer in what she developed was called quantum healing. And Leslie has been so kind to put up the two websites for her. But I wanted to share a little bit about her, and I also wanted to share a meditation for all of us as a gift to you, and maybe that I can give something through me that she had developed. And she had developed a whole new modality in hypnotherapy, and it ultimately became regressive hypnotherapy. She's a fascinating woman. As I say, if you had run over her in an airport, she looks like this Midwestern, short, heavier set woman that is just got a beautiful and kind heart, and fell into this and gave such a gift to the world by developing a new form of hypnotherapy to promote healing and emotional healing, mental healing, physical healing. So I do have a meditation that she has given and I've been studying. So I've kind of taken her on and started taking her classes, which has just been really rewarding for me. So most of us have done meditation. I struggle with it. I am a person whose brain is feeling like it's always a little bit of everywhere. And when I finally sit down to meditate, either I can't keep my mind on the task or I fall asleep. In fact, I was trying to do her meditation and I literally fell asleep 3 times and had to rewind what she was telling me. So, but what she talked about in this one meditation that I'd like to share with you today is how to meet with your guide. And I know a lot of you as spiritualists and as people who speak to spirit and hear spirit and have many of the clairs, this might not be new to you, but for other people, it's such a great way to kind of close out everything else and other spirits that are around us and really focus on something that we can give to ourselves. So whether you call your guide, or your guardian angel, one of the things that I might suggest for you is to write down what you go through today after I finish this guided meditation. And what Dolores says is it goes into a little bit deeper place, into a light trance. She works with very deep levels of trance into a thing she calls a somnambulistic stage, which is very interesting, but this is going to be a lighter trance. And the one thing she often has said is that the door will stay open for about 3 days. So as you go through this and you finish this, you might find that your dreams are a little bit different tonight and for the next couple of days. Feel free to write them down when you're done. And they'll be open to interpretation, but it's a lovely gift that she gave many of her groups, and I'd like to share this gift with you. And for you, for all of you, wherever you visualize your guide, when I start to talk and walk you through it, everything is correct. Your guides, as we know, are with us our entire lifetimes, and sometimes we change our guides depending upon the needs that we have. So what I'd like you to do is all to settle back, sit in your chairs. Some of you, if you're in your house, feel free to lie down. Whatever you'd like to do is fine. And what I will do now is just have you close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths and just feel the air going in and out of your lungs. And keep your eyes gently closed and start to relax your body. So just for a little while we do this today, you have no problems and no worries. There's time enough for that later. They will always be there for you later. But just for this little while today, you have nothing to worry about. So enjoy the way that feels. You have nothing to worry about, and you can begin to relax, and you feel the relaxation moving through your body. And as the relaxation moves through your body, if there are any tensions anywhere in your body, let them flow right out. Flow right out. Let them go. Let them go. You don't need them. You don't need them. So enjoy the way that feels, not to have anything to think about. And enjoy the feeling of relaxation moving through your body. This is a luxury that very few people are allowed, to take time out of their busy day just to relax and not to have to think about anything. So take advantage of it while you can and enjoy the experience. And remember that when you awaken, you will feel wonderful all over, just as though you had a nice nap, a nice sleep. You will feel truly rested and refreshed anytime you do anything like this. It will always be an enjoyable experience. And remember, if you hear any sounds in the room or outside, they will not bother you or distract you. They will just fade and become part of the background. Now I'd like you to imagine a beautiful, beautiful pyramid composed entirely of white light. A very beautiful thing to see. It glows, it sparkles, it shimmers. And I want you to mentally place that white pyramid of light so that it completely encloses your body, even underneath the side of your body, so that you are completely enclosed within a beautiful pyramid of white light. This is your protection. The white light is a very powerful force. It can protect against anything. It will remain around your body the entire time that we do this. Nothing can harm you mentally or physically. You are protected. You are safe. You know it. You feel it. And it's very good. You are standing in the foot of a very large hill, and you see it ahead of you. Going up the hill is a winding path, and the path twists and turns, going around trees and bushes as it goes to the top of the hill. Walk up that path. As you walk up the path, look at the vegetation and at the trees around them. As the trail and the path twists and turns, going up to the top of the hill, walk up the path until you reach the top of the hill. Once you have reached the top of the hill, you are standing inside a small grove of trees. Step out of the grove of trees, and there is a clearing in front of you. Step into the clearing and feel the sun on your face. On the other side of the clearing, you will see another small grove of trees. Your guide is standing inside that grove of trees. Your guide is there waiting for you. As you watch, he comes out of the grove and walks into the clearing. What does your guide look like? How does your guide want to see him or her? See your guide in detail. Ask your guide, what is your name? What does your guide want you to call him when you need him? If it's a difficult name, ask him to spell it. What is his name? Now your guide is walking towards you. Your guide has a box in his hand. He's holding a box, and he gives you the box. Open the box. What is inside of the box? Ask your guide, what does it mean? The object in the box, what does it mean? What is the significance of it? Now your guide has a message for you. There is something your guide wants to tell you. You can hear him now. You don't always listen. Your guide has a message, something he wants to tell you. Listen to what he has to say. Now your guide is turning around and walking away from the clearing. Thank him for the gift and thank him for the message. He is walking back across the clearing and disappearing into the grove of trees. Now you turn around and go back into the grove of trees on this side. You can start your descent back down the winding path into your room, back down into your room. You can come down faster than when you went up. I will count to 5, and on the count of 5, you will be back in your room, back in your body, feeling very good. And you will remember the 4 things as you are coming back down. What did your guide look like? What was your guide's name? What was in the box? What was the message? So that you can remember to write them down. You will come back into your room on the count of 5. 1, 2, you're breathing faster, your circulation is faster, and you are becoming aware of your physical body. 3, 4, you're aware of your physical surroundings. 5, you're wide awake and you remember the things you saw, so you can write them down. Take a nice big breath, and you're fully back into your body. So as you acclimate, take a couple of big breaths, stretch out, and I'll just kind of touch bases on this, is that some people see some common things with their guides, but nothing is absolutely correct. You may have seen your guide as a monk, an old man, an angel with wings, an Indian with a turban, American Indian. Some people have seen animals. Some people just see glowing energy. So whatever you see is right for you. And you can call on your guide and you can ask questions. And now you know if you have a name and that works for you, it's correct for you. And oftentimes before you go to bed, or if you want to sit in quiet meditation, it's a great place to talk. I've usually learned for myself, my best form of prayer is just simply conversation. So this is a time that you can ask Spirit to help you. And I find that the most difficult thing for me is to just sit back and listen to the answers when I question things. I know in the past I've done meditations with the group at our church and our center, that we lay our desires on an altar and we just give it up to God. More times just giving it up rather than asking, because we know that Spirit sees life with everything in front of us, where we sometimes have our blinders as to what we think we need. So I encourage you to spend a little time with your guide and just really ask for help and to help you face the challenges, whether it's at home or when the 4 walls are falling in on you and you want to go for a bike ride or a walk. the best time is a great time to converse with Spirit, who's always with you. And for those of you who are mediums or have studied being intuitives, you've already learned this probably in many ways. And you often know that that voice that's speaking to you that sounds like your own voice in your head can definitely be Spirit. So this was just a small gift for Spirit to give back today and to help us through this journey and this alone time. But I really want to wish you all a happy new year. And I also know that even just wishing for a happy new year, I wish for you a year of learning and in facing challenges with love and being loved during those challenges. And know that you are never alone, even in the quietest moments. Namaste, my dear friends.